Judah, which leaves only one. Jacob, Jacob and sons. Jacob, Jacob and sons. Jacob, Jacob and sons. Jacob, Jacob and sons. Jacob, 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 Jacob and
Joseph's mother, she was quite my favorite wife. I never really found another on my life. Joseph was my joy because he reminded me of love.
So young Joseph, Jacob learned to do again. Loved him, praised him, gave him all he could, then made the rest feel set on rest. And even if they were
being told we're also friends does not make us Joseph fans. We're great guys, but no one seems to notice.
Jacob wanted to show the world he loved his son, to make it clear that Joseph was the special one. Jacob thought he sort of fun, a multicolored coat to wear.
Joseph's coat was elegant, the cut was fine, the tasteful style was the ultimate in good design. And this is why it caught the eye. A king would stop and stare. Quite the smoothest person in the district.
Such a dazzling coat of many colors. How I love
Red, yellow, green, brown, white, black. We have never liked him all that much before, and now this coat has got our coat. We feel life is unfair. Quite the smoothest person. a load of corn. Not only is he tactless, but he's also rather dim. For there's 11 of us and there's only one of him. The dreams, of course, will not come true. That is, we think they won't come true. That is, we hope they won't come true. What if he's right all along? Dreams are more than crystal clear. The writing's on the wall means that Joseph someday soon will rise above us all. The accuracy of the dreams we brothers do not know. But one thing we are sure about, the dreamer has to go.
Next day, far from home, the brothers and the brothers cry.
Let us grab him now, do him in one final time.
His baby made the most of it. Tore his coat and flung him in the pit.
Let us leave him here all alone if he's bound to die.
With some Ishmaelites, Harry too came riding by. In a flash, the brothers changed their plans.
We need cash, let's sell him if we can. Could you use a slave, you hairy bunch of Ishmaelites? Young, strong, well-behaved, going cheap in reason rights.
In a trice, the dirty deal was done. Silver coins for Jacob's favorite son. Then the Ishmaelites gathered shop for ready to go. Off to Egypt where Joseph was not too keen to go. It wouldn't be a picnic he could tell. He speak Egyptian very well. Next, the brothers tore his precious multicolored coat. Having ripped it up, they next attacked a passing
Go!
will soon be free, my friend, so do not worry anymore. The king will let you out of here. You'll battle as you did before. Sad to say your dream is not the kind of dream I'd like to get. Pharaoh hasn't in for you. Your execution date is set. Don't rely on all I said I saw. It's just that I have not been wrong before.
Let me tell you, hello. Now this is a great afternoon, said I. How about that, huh? Now, so that we might have this kind of activity in the church, we're going to ask that you dig deep so that we might indeed make this a part of a continuing ministry among us. The offering is going to be received. We're going to say thanks, not only for what we've seen, but for the years of music that we still have ahead. And I want to thank Joseph especially for modeling our new pulpit robes. I think Lloyd will look marvelous in that, just marvelous. Let's say thanks. Lord, thank you so much for all that you've given us today, and for all that we're going to still hear before the day beyond, for the offering of these young people, for their enthusiasm, for their marvelous spirit, and for all that we're learning from them today. We say thank you. Receive the offering. Use it, Lord, for the continuing of this mighty ministry among us. For the glory of Christ we pray it. Amen.
To all
Yes, you're right behind me. There were 7 other heels, tatted and torn. In the back one, the good one, and they came up from behind. Yes, they did. But Joseph is the punchline. I think it's gonna blow your mind. Well, the back one was as bad as it had ever been. Well, the sleeves got me on, she's got to treat me right and tell me what it means. Hey, 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 Joseph, won't you please tell me, what does it mean?
Seven years of bumper crops are on their way. Years of plenty and the sweet and tons of hay. Your farms will boom. There won't be room to store the surplus food you grow. After that, the future doesn't look so bright. Egypt's luck will change completely overnight. Famine's hand will stock the land with food on all time low. Noble king, there is no doubt what your dream is all about. All these things you saw in your pajamas were a long-range forecast for your mama. And it's crossed your mind what it is you have to find. Find a man to lead you to the back with the plan for economic life. But who this man would be, I just don't know. Who this man would be, I just don't know. Who this man would be, I just don't know. Who this man would be, I just don't know.
Pharaoh said,
Stone the crows, this Joseph is a clever tear. Who'd have thought that 14 cows would mean the things he said they did? Joseph, you must help me further. I have found a job for you. You shall lead us through this crisis. You shall be my number 2.
Pharaoh told his servants to fetch 2 shepherds from the local store, whereupon he ordered them to cut the chains that Joseph wore. Joseph got a royal party and a whole fleet ending, a chariot of gold with cloak on and with signet rings. Joseph, there's number 2. Joseph, Egypt looked you. Seven summers on the throne were perfect just as Joseph said. Joseph saw the food was gathered ready for the years ahead. 7 years of famine followed. Egypt did not mind a bit. The first recorded rationing in Egypt was a hit.
Joseph, how can we ever say all that we want to about you? We're so glad that you came our way. We would have perished without you.
Joseph, we are the perfect team. Oh, but it's you and me. I was wise to have chosen you. You'll be wise to agree.
Joseph, how can we ever say all that we want to about you? We're so glad that you came our way. We would have perished without you.
We were in a jam, would have baffled Abraham. But now that we're a partnership, it's just a piece of cake.
Greatest fastest Noah, only goes to show up.
Anyone from anywhere can make it if he gets a lucky
It
break.
served me a happy and deep perfect place to smell the show. Joseph, after all, has gone about as far as he can go. But I'm sure that Jacob and his other sons can run to mind. How I found him in the ground, we just
splendor of Canaan's cuisine. Those extravagant, elegant swines. The gayest the Bible has seen. It's funny, but since we lost Joseph, we've gone to the other extreme. No one comes to dinner now, we'd only eat them anyhow. I even find I'm missing Joseph's dreams. Those Canaan days we used to know, where have they gone? Where did they go? Again, where's all the rain? To those Canaan days. It's funny, but since we've lost Joseph, we've gone to the other extreme. Perhaps we all misjudged the lad. Perhaps he wasn't quite that bad. And how we miss his entertaining dreams. Those Canaan days we used to know. Where have they gone? Where did they go? Again, where's your race to those Canaan days?
So back in Canaan, the future was rough. Joseph's family were finding it tough.
Full of famine has caught us unprepared. We are thin, we are ill, we are getting scared. It's enough to make anyone weep. We are down to our very last sheep. We will starve if we hang around here. And in Egypt there's food going spare. They got corn, they got meat, they got fruit and drink. And if we had the time, we can see the Sphinx.
Off to Egypt to see Brother Joe. So they all lay before Joseph's feet.
Mighty Prince, give us something to eat.
Joseph found it a strain not to laugh because not a brother among them knew who he was.
I will now take them all for a ride. After all they have tried fratricide. I dreamed that in the fields one day at corn collecting time, your 11 sheaves of corn all turned and bound to mine. I dreamed I saw 11 stars, the sun, the moon, and sky, bowing down before my star, and now I realize why. How do I know where you come from? You could be spies, telling me that you are hungry. That could be lies. How do I know who you are? Why do you think I should help you? Would you help me? Why on earth should I believe you? There's no guarantee. Trouble Benjamin, you nasty you. Your crime has shocked me to the core. Never in my whole career have I encountered this before. God sees him, lock him in a cell. Key into the Nile as well.
Oh, show him some mercy, Almighty One, please. He would not do this, he must have been framed. Jail us and beat us, we should be blamed. La 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la, la la la. Nanny, I can't excuse him using this celery. Save him, take me. Benjamin is straighter than the tall palm tree. I hear the steel drums sing their song. They're singing and you got the whole thing wrong. I hear the voice of the yellow bird singing in the trees. This is quite absurd. Oh yes, it's true. Benjamin is straighter than the tall bamboo. No ifs, no buts. Benjamin is honest as coconuts. Sure as the tide was the golden sand, Benjamin is an innocent man. Sure as bananas in the sun, we are the criminal guilty ones. Oh yes, it's me. How you can chase me desert in Belleville? No ifs, no buts. Benjamin is honest as coconuts. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. And la 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 la. La 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 la.
And Joseph knew by this his brothers now were honest men. The time had come at last to reunite them all again.
Recognize my face. Is it hard to see that Joseph, who you thought was dead, your brother's me?
Joseph, is it really true? Joseph, is it really you?
first of all, the band. Thank you. And Toy Art Director, Sharif. Music Director, Jan Smith. And Steve, you need to come down. Our producer, Steve Kinnett. That's why I'm always over here.
If I could, I just want to express my thanks to these young people. This church has a great group of young people. Mine's great.